Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. I am Grandmaster Shaymin, and today we have yet another episode. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16th episode of the series thus far. Make sure you guys are clicking that like button down below for me, because you already know your support's greatly appreciated. And of course, hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already for future content, as it kind of keeps you up to date with the channel itself. But thank you guys once again for stopping by, because you already know I really appreciate all the support that I've been getting on the channel, especially as a lesser known channel. It means a lot. Every single view means so much. So I thank you guys so much for being here. I mean, you could have been anywhere else, but you chose to check this video out, so I really do appreciate it. In the last episode, we did quite a few things. We got a little bit of a hint of the backstory with Sayagusa-san, and the fact that she doesn't really like her last name very much. You gotta wonder why. And then, of course, we did some baseball practice, and now we're returning back to a few episodes ago. We got a letter on Lennon's tail talking about the lovesick 2A1 person. And now we are looking for said person with Rin. There's only one guy I knew from class 2A. She hid behind my back, being afraid to face the stranger. I asked if I should do the talking, and she nodded in return. Sorry, but could you tell me what room the guy who's first on your class attendance list lives? Boy, the first one? Oh, that would be Aikawa-san. Aikawa-kun. His name sounds like his name sounds like he's always the first one on the checklist, poor thing. Her name came from behind my back. Turn the corner and you'll find his room at the edge of the hall. We bowed our thanks and headed down the hallway. We stood in front of the indicated room and knocked on the door. Yes? A male student appeared in the doorway. You're Aikawa-kun, right? Yeah. Can we have a talk? Haha, sure. Alright, that should be enough help. I stepped back, leaving the rest to Rin. You're Aikawa. You caused us quite some trouble. Why such a villainous entrance? Come on, you had something to ask? This is probably her way of coping with our nervousness. You're first on the attendance list, right? Yes. Is that all you wanted to know? Of course that's not it. Rin, it's amazing people don't hate you with that attitude. Actually, the Brusque? Or is it Brusque? Brusque attitude of hers was fairly popular amongst the guys, while girls seemed to hate her for it. Yeah, guys are into that thing, I guess. I don't know. I'm not one, so I want to know. Rin has a rocky road ahead in her life. What kind of business could you have with me, Natsume-san? What, do you know me? No, just by name. And this must be Naue-san. He looked at me. Yeah. I see. It's like we're famous or something. Well, I guess we would be a little bit famous with Masato and the rest always causing commotions. So it's his fault. Well, it's partially because you're always kicking him down. I see. It can't be helped then. Can't she simply hold back a bit from now on? So what business do you have with me? He repeated himself. We're both second years, so don't be so stiff. Okay, so what is it? You're somehow getting on my nerves. No, you shouldn't talk like that when you're trying to make an entrance. Let's go somewhere quieter for now. Aikawa-kun stared at me with a doubtful look, unable to comprehend what was going on, but I could only shrug in return. The first thing I wanted to know is, yeah? You're lovesick right now. Don't say it, I know. I've got absolute proof. She had nothing at all. Who told you? A cat. Whoa. A cat? He was clearly thinking about it for a while, but nothing came to mind. He couldn't possibly imagine she was really talking about a cat. So, are there any symptoms? I mean, this might be my first love. My chest hurts. It's the first time I've felt something like this. I can't study. During classes, I always think of this person. I see. Does it look like you have a chance? After a brief pause, he nodded, as though he was really cornered. You know, she's good at both sports and studying, and she's really popular. Someone like me just doesn't belong with her. That's how it is. How should I put it? A shame. She actually tried to find the right words. Well, you still haven't confessed yet. Couldn't you make work with some effort? It's probably pointless to try. You're too timid. You'll regret it unless you try. I'll regret it even more if I fail. Well, sure. Which is it? Why are you mad, Riki? Or are you sick or something? The former. Why are you mad? I don't get you. You are trying to give him a supportive push, or are you trying to make him give up? I can't tell which one it is. Well, it's because we can't be sure what will happen. Her social skills were on nil. Ooh, shit. First of all, don't we need more information? You're right. So, just who is she? He was at a loss for words, but probably since Rin's eyes looked like they could turn him into stone unless he answered, he blurted it out. Sasagawa-san. She heard the name like as she heard the name, she reacted like a cat, her hair standing on end. Why did that name pop up here? She asked cautiously. Well, you're the one who asked. No, I didn't ask for her name. No, you sure did. No. It turned into a no festival. She was mirrored in confusion. It looks like I've got to spell it out. In other words, Ayakawa is an L-O-V-E with your pal, Sasagawa-san, Rin. It finally sank in. Nani? Why are you glaring at me like I'm your family's nemesis? Well, a lot's happened. Whoa, what's going on? There are cats everywhere. Whoa, what's starting? I withdrew from Aikawa, appeasing both Rin and the cats. There, you guys, and you too, Rin. Calm down. Set aside your personal feelings this time. But Riki, the more I calm down, the more confused I become. Because didn't he say that the person's both good at school and sports and popular too? Well, yeah. That's nothing like Sasami Sasagawa I know. It's not like she's popular. She's simply got a lot of minions. Well, even if that's true, let's not crush his dream. That's not our task this time, is it? Yeah. Okay. You guys can go already. Disperse. The cats scattered around in groups of 3 or 5. A cat user. I returned to Ayakawa-kan, who was standing glued to the spot. Hey, I think you suit each other pretty well. Really? She's always got a flock of people following behind her. You could become one of them. Isn't that like just becoming friends? No, it's actually much worse than that. In fact, we know each other. Well, I could already tell that from your reaction. I'll fix you up with her, so do your best. Really? He still couldn't believe it. Do your best. But seeing her gleaming eyes, Ayakawa nodded as though frightened into submission. So what's the plan? I'm going to talk to Zazumi Sasazegawa and ask her about her type of guy and her hobbies. Well, that'll work up after that, we'll work up a plan to counter her tastes. How's that? You don't have to care about... You don't even care about your lisp. Well, that's good, but don't bring up my name. She nodded deeply. Mediating a love relationship. Rin, is this something you could do? You never know unless you try. Right. Well, you know how she is. I'm worried about how things will work out. Let's try anyway. Rin was about to leave the boys' dorm right away, bristling with determination. I can't go into the girls' dorm, you know that, right? Oh, right. I don't want you talking with Sasagawa-san when I'm not around, though, because I'm worried. I see. After a little thought, okay, I've got it, she nodded obediently. I returned to my room and found Coot standing before the door. I heard Rin's bell ring, so I suspected she had hidden behind me. Oh, do you need something? Yes. She clasped her hand together and told me. My roommate has been decided. We're both busy sorting her things now. I see. She's moving in this weekend. The dorm head is going to provide us with some extra furniture, it seems. But your room's already furnished, isn't it? Yes, but she says she's going to give us some extra things made by... She put the finger on her cheek, trying to remember something. Made by the Furniture Club. I never heard of that club. I heard the club closed down last year after the last seniors graduated. But we can freely use their work as long as we have permission. That's good to know. I think I should look for something for me too. So, I'd like you to help, but is that okay with you? She clasped her hand and looked up at me. Dude, hell yeah. I will do anything for you, Cood. I will do fucking anything. Yes, help the poor girl. Yeah, of course. Really? Thank you so much. She jumped a little with delight. Rain tugged on my sleeve. You want to help her? Good evening. She struggled as usual, but she at least managed to say hello. Can you help her too, Rin? What? It would be wonderful if Rin-san helped too. She looked worried about something again. Well, don't force yourself, Rin. Sorry. She apologized with one word and left. Wafu. She left. It can't be helped. She's shy. In the meantime, I'll help. Is that so? There are still some things to arrange in Coot's room, so in order to clean it up, we headed into her room. In the room, was a standard bed, complete with a bed quilt of a girly design. I mean, that's pretty normal. I wouldn't call that a girly design. I mean, it's green and it has some spots on it of some kind, but I mean, even if they're flowers, like, that could still be kind of gender neutral. At least societally. The last time I was here, there was just a blank cream-colored wall, but this time a calendar and other things were hanging on it. What's this? There was something that resembled a checkered pocket of blue and white colors. On closer inspection, it wasn't a single cloth. Blue and white patches were sewn together. This is patchwork, Naue-san. I made it myself. Is it weird? Oh, I see. There's nothing weird about it. See, she'll go handy she is. She's so awesome. Look at how amazing Coot is. There were empty cardboard boxes piled up in the corner. I'll crush the cardboard boxes for you. Yes, please. I was ripping the duct tape from the cardboard boxes and crushing them. Huh? This box isn't open. Among all the boxes, there was one that wouldn't open. The sticky tape on the gray-colored box didn't seem to want to come off. This is, She tilted her head. This box is there something wrong? No, it's nothing, she shook her head. It's okay not to open it, I think. I see. I'll put it under the desk then. Yes, thank you very much. Speaking of which, are we going to see the furniture today? I confirmed as resumed crushing the boxes. I also took newspaper out of the boxes, which had served as packing material. They looked like English newspapers. I think we should do it tomorrow. I had forgotten we had to throw the boxes away. Is that inconvenient for you, Naue-san? No, I think I'm fine with that. I folded the English newspapers. An article on the cover caught my eye. Novaya Tebima Tenua. I somehow managed to read the Latin characters, but the meaning remained a mystery. Naue-san, please lend me a hand. Okay. I finished with crushing the boxes and tossed them together with the newspapers in the garbage can. She was unfolding something that resembled a tapestry. What's this? Wafu. Whoa. I unfolded it. Why is an Edo period print? My grandfather told me to hang it somewhere. This is Kiyonaga-san's work. He wishes me to become like the lady in the picture. But that's impossible for me, she said while fiddling with her hair. That aside, I think the hairpin has a pretty design. And also, this person moves around a lot during night. No way, moves around? Yes, her eyes look around like this. No, that can't be. And sometimes, she looks over this way. Eh? By the way, her eyes only move when I wake up in the middle of the night. Wondafu, Japan. Aren't you seeing things because you're half asleep? So, where do you want to hang this? I think I should ask my roommate's opinion. That's right, let's set it aside for now. Yes, let's. What's this? It was, like a small wooden table, somewhat cylindrical. Ah, that's a pillow. A pillow? It was my grandfather's favorite pillow, it seems. My neck hurts from it. Isn't it completely useless? That's why I want to go buy a new pillow. Were you always using this pillow back home? Only when grandfather was home, she answered with a serious look. I see. Huh? What's that? A calligraphy set? On top of it, to top it all off, it came with a number of stupidly huge ink bottles as well. Ah, this is a pen made from the hair of an ermine's tail. Do you do calligraphy? Just a little. My grandfather told me to take notes in class with that. Impossible. That's completely impossible. You're right. I still keep it on my desk, though. I groaned, looking at the set. Paperweight, ink, stone, and something else. Is it strange after all? She murmured. No, that's not what I meant. It's just anyone who buys that kind of stuff must be crazy about Japan. So I've come to realize how much of Coot's grandfather loved Japan. With all of these things in the room, it's like the room of some foreigner who's got the wrong idea, isn't it? I don't hate it, actually. I rather like it. She went on while intensely examining a pretty amber-colored comb. Her face was expressionless as she stared at the comb. This is how I look, after all. Must seem weird. There was no emotion in her words. She just seemed a little heartbroken, looking downward. That's why I wasn't sure how to answer right away. That's not true. Coot is Coot. She's a citizen of the same country as we are on the inside. Just her appearance is different. But how she herself felt about that difference, I had no way of knowing. She raised her head, hearing my words. Thank you very much, Naoe-san. It was her usual smiling face. Did my bland words manage to bring out her smile again? No, that's not it. That can't be right. For some reason, that feeling lingered within me. Well, it's nice having Rin on standby outdoors, but there's nothing for her to do. Let's tell her to go inside then. Well, we'll think of something. Meow. Are you hungry? Rin was talking to the cat. There's nothing left. Someone's here. Sasumi Sasagawa. She met her again? What kind of insidious plots are you scheming today in this place? I'm not scheming anything. Then are you going back to the dormitory? I am. Wait up. She stopped her. Can you tell me Miyazawa-sama's favorite meal? You sure are popular. His favorite meal? Tell her it's instant yakisoba without draining the hot water. Instant yakisoba without draining the hot water. She cringed a bit. Not draining off the hot water is illogical. She somehow bought into it. However, I wonder what sauce mixed with hot water would taste like. Have you ever tried it yourself? I haven't, and it's just something Masato made up, so he doesn't even make it in the first place. Are you making a fool of me again? Are you daring me for a challenge or what? Are you serious? Come on! Light! Thank you! My goodness, I hate having to do that in the middle of every episode. Anyway. Very well, I shall shut that insolent mouth of yours again. You, take care of her. Okay, and then... Bryn... Oh, Bryn gets her ass kicked. To think you can't even beat these novice underclassmen, this isn't even worth talking about. What? She beat them like 6 times before and it wasn't even close. We should treat everything as a mission. I'm sure I'm just getting tricked, and so the night went on. Now I'm really confused, like how am I supposed to win that? I can't really do anything during the battle. Alright, it's May 20th. Well, today's Sunday, as the usual members were busily eating breakfast. We can't search for any new members, but we can spend the day practicing baseball. But that might lead to some sinking morale. Masato was lying with his face down on the table. Rin, in contrast, idly stared up at the ceiling. Kengo was just sitting at his own pace. Maybe you're right. Okay, I understand. Both Masato and Rin twitched in response to his words. Today will be Independent Training Day. With that, they simply sank back into their original poses. Looks like it barely had any effect. Wasn't everything you've done so far independent training in the first place? Kengo repeated calmly. I see. But remember, there's only a week until the match. Do you think we can afford to fool around at a time like this? That too. Weren't you merely fooling around all this time? Well, yeah. But even if it's just fooling around, doing it half-assed isn't any good. You have to be serious about it to enjoy it. Once you've decided to do something, you ought to be serious about it. That implies to both battle and baseball. Am I wrong? I see. This time, Kengo acknowledged his point of view, meaning that there was no one left to oppose him. After all, if today was an independent training day, nothing would get in the way of Kengo immersing himself in kendo practice, so he had no reason to complain. Anyway, I'm going out after breakfast. Come with me, Riki? We should probably go, I'd assume. We're a pushover. I nodded without hesitation. It had been a while since I last left campus, so I was feeling very refreshed. It was as though I had forgotten all about the outside world. This is a great change of pace. I'm glad. We arrived at the shopping district. Ah, right. I need to withdraw some cash. Huh? Didn't you say that about 2 weeks ago as well? Traveling expenses, you know. His so-called traveling, in fact, referred to his job hunting. He had told me that apart from his private corporations he aimed at, he visited many famous places after his interviews, so it was fitting to use the word travel. So, I'll have to travel again, but it'll only take a day, so I'll be back soon. I see. That must have meant he was planning on going to a nearby city. It would be a somewhat lonely holiday because in addition to Kyosuke's travel, Masato and Kengo were busy with their recent training. Riki, don't make that face. Eh? What face? You look depressed. This won't do. Well, he had a point. He withdrew some money from the ATM and returned. This is very useful. With just one little thing, you can withdraw money wherever you are. He said, returning his card to his wallet. But sometimes I get this uneasy feeling. Should you, on the other hand, not have that little thing, an ATM would be a little more than a silent box. I see what you mean. He kept strolling along the shopping district without any particular goal. How about going to the arcade? I really think we shouldn't. Kyosuke, remember the time you played against that elementary school kid and blew like 2,000 yen on it? That was only because that brat was too good. He's really the type of guy who would lose control when he gets all worked up. Thanks for your cooperation, we heard a voice coming from across the street. Huh? Not only that, but it was a voice I'd definitely heard somewhere before. Thanks for your donation. Wait, that voice. Huh? Komari? I think so. We headed in that direction where the voice came from. Wait, Komari? Oh, wait. I think I remember this. Maybe? Huh? Riki-kun and Kyosuke-san? Hey, Komari. Oh, hi, Riki-kun. Are you doing volunteer work? Yeah, I'm soliciting contributions. The way she said it makes it sound like she was doing something shady indeed. Seems like a tough job. Is it some school committee stuff or something? You're both wrong. It's not tough, and it has nothing to do with school committees. Smiling, she answered. It's something I could never do. Something with no profit for me, and for the sake of the people I don't even know. Kyosuke-san, you've got it wrong. When you make someone else happy, you become happy yourself. Besides, if you can help someone else like this, it's a great thing. When you do a great thing, you feel great too. It's the best profit for me. That's why I'm doing this. Kamari-san's spiral of happiness theory. I'm deeply touched. Whoa, this is the most simple-minded one himself. You must let me help. I love Kyosuke-san. You know what? I mean, I can't forgive Kyosuke for something that... I don't want to be that person, but... It's just, I like Kyosuke, but there's reasons, I have reasons why I don't necessarily like Kyosuke all that much. But he's so awesome sometimes, like... When she did pass the test and, like, it smells like youth. You pass! Like, oh, he's so fucking funny sometimes. It makes it hard. He pulled out his wallet. Whoa, I only have 5 yen coin and a 10,000 yen back note. 10,000 yen is obviously out of the question. Shouldn't something like 100 yen be okay for this? Yeah, the amount doesn't matter. Donating is just a small way to show kindness. Even 5 yen. So long as it contains your kindness, is priceless. This is bad. Now I'm even more moved. Farewell, Benjamin! He produced the 10,000 yen note from his wallet, and he was going to plunge it into the donation box. Wait, that's more money. That's money for your trip. I intervened at the last second. For a trip? Kyosuke's job hunting trip. Without money, he'll get lost in the middle of the city again. Whoa, Kyosuke-san, you shouldn't seek your own unhappiness. It's the thought that counts, so it's fine. I love Kamari. He ended up buying a bottle of juice at the nearest convenience store to get some change and donating 100 yen coin. I donated 100 yen too. Thanks, both of you. Hold on, Kamari, I've got an idea. What? What? Let's call the others. He brought out his cell phone and started going through his contact list. Masato. Sir. Kenko. Here. Don't just call us like that out of the blue. Don't just keep calling me every single time I'm on break. You know I just can't refuse you. Kyosuke didn't seem disturbed, though they were rather shaking him back and forth. Actually, he was looking rather refreshed. Huh? What about Rin? She told me to pay for her. So here, you have her part. He put 100 yen coin in the box. So, donating? Yeah, thanks for your cooperation. I'm not rich at all, so is 50 yen okay? I'll donate 55 yen. What? You bastard! I'll donate 56 yen. 65 yen. You damned... Wait, what? Borgiois? Don't just drive up the prices as you like. No, that's a laughably small increase, I think. The amount doesn't matter. Donating is all about showing one's kindness. So long as you include kindness, it's all very priceless. That's a rehash. And also, when you're the one saying it, Kyosuke, it sounds really shady. Why? Those are the words that really touched me. Hold on, Kamari, just how did you set me up? I did. No. Don't aim your suspicions on an obviously wrong direction. Then, why are you two so unmoved by it? No. I'm sorry. She was on the verge of tears. Come on, Kyosuke's just kidding. Fue? Kidding? Well, it happens all the time. I'm serious. Fue! Wow, he's stubborn like a child. Well, I think those were quite great words. See that? I told you so. Satisfied, he placed his hand on Kengo's shoulder. Seems like he recovered his good move hearing Kengo's words. You really are like a child. You all get along so well. She was looking at us with her usual smiling face. Yep, that's great. I'm so envious of you. But don't you have a lot of friends, Kamari-san? I don't really know if I have a lot or not, but I moved around a lot in the past, so I don't have any friends I've been together with since childhood. I can relate. My heart. I see. Then isn't it fine just to remain as you are now, and continue making friends from now on? I see. Yes, you're right. A big smile spread across her face. Well, this feeling will remain in us forever, so let's get going already. Yes, thanks everyone. Don't worry about it. We were just called out here. Now that you mention it, I suddenly remembered. That picture book she mentioned earlier at the roof. Kamari-san, about that picture book. Fue? The one we talked about before, the chicken and the chick? It sounded interesting. I'd like to read it. Yep, alright. I'll look for it then. Okay, thanks. Good luck, Kamari-san. See you at school. Later, do your best. See you tomorrow. See you all. She waved goodbye. Kamari-san's a good person, Riki. Well, that goes without saying. She's a good girl. That Kamari-san. Yep. It'd be good if she settled down a bit, though. Well, she's the kind you wouldn't get tired looking at. We continued to walk, talking in this way. It's been a while. What has? Since the four of us in town walking together? Now that you mention it, that's true. Right, let's go grab something to eat. Cutlet! You don't have to say it so forcefully. No, obviously, pork ramen is fine too. What's obvious is a mystery to me, but either is fine. You can go? I'll have whatever you're having. Hey, aren't you actually messing around instead of training now? Well, I'll make up for it this evening. Ho! Hehe. We all silently reached a consensus. Alright, let's check out every storefront menu. We began running amok like a kid. Of course, I followed right behind him. In the afternoon, it was time for independent training. However, no one else showed up to the field other than Kyosuke. Huh? What a surprising lack of team spirit. Where's the unity we had earlier? What do we do? I'll train on my own. You go find someone to train with. Okay. Let's look for a pawn. Who should I look for as a partner? Kamari-san is doing volunteer work in town, so I can't train with her. Out of these, probably Rin or Kuragaya. I mean, there's Haruka as well. That's interesting too, is Rin, and since we call Haruka by her first name now, it's there, but Kuragaya-san's still her last name instead of Yui-chan, which is way cute. So I'm thinking Kuragaya-san here as a potential training partner. It's kind of like a free event, a free flag that we can trigger here. Yeah, so I think we're gonna go with Kuragaya. Like, Rin, my problem is that Rin just seems, I already know basically what happens with Rin. I don't know, because there's a unique ending for all the girls. At least that's what I think. Because I highly doubt, like, there's only one path. Because, like, they're coming out with a Little Busters Cood ending OVA. So that means that there has to be, like, a unique ending with Cood, right? Let's go with Kuragaya. I train with Kuragaya-san. Oh, we actually... Oh, I thought it was, like, a free event, but okay. Okay, as I still had some time left before dinner after practice, I decided to work on my English homework. I'm surprised she just said, okay, yeah, sure, let's train one-on-one. Do you use than for a comparison? No, it's not a comparative sentence with than. You should use not as, ... as. It's a negation. As a negation. I looked at his answer sheet. Longer than, exclamation point. Something more than something. That's how it originally looked. You should stop writing exclamation mark when you leave blank spaces. But doesn't Rangazan sound so cool? Rangazan, Dragon Fang Reaper, is undoubtedly a name for an ultimate technique. Whoa, isn't it totally cool? I don't really understand why you're using Chinese reading for dragon only, and you're about the only one who would write an ultimate technique name in an English workbook. So, for those of you who don't know, I mean, I feel like most people do, but the kanji character for dragon, which I don't know. I don't know the character for dragon, but all of the kanji are Chinese characters, and they have Japanese readings and Chinese readings. Some don't. It's just kind of dependent. But dragon is one that has both a Japanese reading and a Chinese reading. And if the kanji's by itself, 95% of the time, it's going to use the Japanese, the kunyomi reading. So it seems that's what he's pointing out is, why would you use the Chinese reading? Because, unless there are two kanji put together, then Chinese reading would be what you're more likely to lean towards. But, of course, they're doing English homework, so, I mean, it's kind of weird to begin with. Rangazan! Hayazan! Supremacy, authority, only beheading. Food. I can even study kanji at the same time. What a great way to study. Write it in the Roman alphabet. It's difficult as always doing homework with Masato, but I managed to finish it somehow. Whoa, you're quick today. I shot a glance at the clock, and there was still an hour left before dinner. There's nothing else to do now. Is everyone else coming over? That Kengo seems busy with his self-training. I see. We were chatting about various stuff like this when... Ho-ha! I'm sorry. I don't know who that is, so... It's gotta be someone lively. We heard someone's lively voice. That voice. There was no doubt it was Kamari-san. Oh. What is it? I'll take a look. I stepped out through the door. It's Kamari. Okay, I would've... Hey, I was going to my friend's room and got the wrong door. It's not like I was peeking or anything. She was standing in the corridor, apologizing with all of her might towards an open door opposite us. Kamari-san. I'm so sorry. She had been taken by surprise, and she bowed her head as she turned back around. It's only me. What? Oh, Riki-kun. She looked as though she could burst into tears at any moment. What are you doing? I was planning to go to your room, but I knocked, but there was no answer, so I decided to open the door and look inside, and I realized that it was someone else's room once I opened the door, and I had no idea what to do. That's the most informative explanation ever, but I got the gist of it. Or that wasn't. If there was no answer, maybe there was no one inside in the first place? Fue? I knocked on the door and peeked inside. The lights were off. Who was I apologizing to? What a careless person. So, what about my room? This here. She held up a plastic bag to me. There was something like a cardboard box inside. What's that? This is to express my thanks for today. Thanks? Yeah, they're donuts. I chose them because they came highly recommended. I'm sure they're delicious. That wasn't anything you needed to thank us for. Nope, but I was grateful to you, so it's natural to thank you. I'll have some too, but there's a lot of happiness for everyone. Besides, to be honest, I received it as a gift. Okay, I guess I should accept it then. What about Kyosuke-san and Kengo-kun? And there's some for Rin-chan too. I'll call everyone over then. It was still before dinner though, but I bet everyone's a little hungry, so they wouldn't turn it down. It didn't take long before everyone was assembled. Kengo had just finished his practice, so he came straight from there. Thanks for going out of your way for this. Everyone, help yourself. She opened the box, and there were 2 of each of the 3 kinds of donuts, totaling 6 in all. Wow, it looks delicious. I don't care which one I get. You can go ahead and choose. Really? I like them all, so go ahead. Then Riki, you choose. Then... Oh. Oh. Does this, like, have any sort of change on the outcome of the game? This is the secret of the game right here, guys. This choice between a basic donut, a chocolate striped donut, and a light strawberry donut, this will determine the entire outcome. The wrong choice will give us a bad ending. Everything is determined on the line right here. There is nothing more important than this decision. The most grueling, the most unbelievable, the most important decision I've ever had to make in a visual novel ever. In fact, this could be the most important decision I've ever made in my entire life. I think I'm going to have to go with this one. I recommend this one the most. It's called French strawberry custard. A strawberry on the top, custard inside, and an airy dough together make the best combination. She must really like it as she's explaining everything in great detail. We prepared some tea and began eating together. Delicious! Masato had already finished eating his in just one bite. Western pastry isn't bad from time to time. Kengo didn't much like sweet things, so he chose a simple donut with no filling. Rin chose the one that looked the sweetest of them all, a strawberry donut. No way, they're all gone. That's because you wolfed it down right away. Then I should have some too. Yeah, go ahead, please. I'll dig in too. She put her hand on the box. Rin-chan, let's split. Split? She was taken by surprise. If we do that, we can try 2 different kinds. She nodded and gave half of her donut to Kamari-san. Here! Kamari-san handed half of her donut to Rin. I see, that's a great idea. Riki, let's split ours too. Sure. Kyosuke and I divided our donuts between ourselves. Kengo, let's trade. With what? A rotten black banana. You think I want that? After we finished our donuts, Kamari-san returned to the girls' dormitory. Well, we'll have some more time to kill before dinner. Yeah, that's right. Rin, was it good? It was delicious. I see. Are you satisfied? Very much satisfied. You seem to be in high spirits. Well, it's nice having Rin on standby outdoors, but there's nothing for her to do, like always. Let's tell her to go inside then. She'll probably get into a fight with Sasagawa-san again. Isn't she a good rival? It'll become a worthwhile experience for Rin. So, who can learn from this kind of competition? No. Are you hungry? Oh wait, this is the exact same. Oh, I have Friskies in my pocket. There, look. I have some more here. Here's some for you. You think you can break me, you think you could break me with this? Sesame Sasagawa! She met her again! Treating me as some farm animal. This is the first time I've been insulted like this. I shall shut that insolent mouth of yours. You take care of her. KO! You can't even beat these underclassmen. This isn't even worth talking about. I don't understand. I don't get it. Am I supposed to fail this all the time? And so the night went on. I don't know. Am I supposed to be failing this every single freaking time I play this? I'm so freaking confused. Well, that's about all the time we have for this episode. Make sure you guys hit that like button down below for me because you already know your support is greatly appreciated, as well as hit that subscribe button if you have not already for future content. And we'll see you all in the next episode.